life is the vibration and the frequency of yes. And I am one with his yes. And I am one with this energy that is inexhaustible. And as I am one with this infinite intelligence, so is each and every person within the sound of my voice and the field of my energy. And I am clear that my energy booms through the walls and out into the universe. I, Paris, the spiritual thug, speak my word with courage, with confidence, and with conviction. I speak my word and declare that this is the best day ever. I speak my word and declare that peace and prosperity leads and peace and prosperity follows. I speak my word and say and know that radiant, healthy balance infuses every cell of our body. And anything that is not in alignment with this radiant, healthy balance, anything not in alignment with peace and prosperity is eliminated and released with love, with peace, and with joy. And for this, I give thanks. I give thanks for each and every hand and breath that had anything to do with this service, for the practitioners, for the music ministry, for our own Reverend Celeste, our own Reverend Anthony and Reverend Willer. And I give thanks for being able to give thanks. I release my word to the activity of God's law and love, knowing that what I have declared is already done and done well. And so it is. So it is. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shine a glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this Thank you, my sister. So let me say good morning again.
Good morning.
And before we get started off into the service, I needed to acknowledge that I heard the magic fingers on that piano this morning. And I want you to know that the magic fingers on that piano are controlled
Amen.
by Jackie Harris. She came to tease us this morning. And that's okay. We'll accept that tease.
Amen.
She'll be back, though. I just had to acknowledge that she's here at all and give thanks for that. So let me ask everyone to stand, so we'll do the Declaration of Principles. And we'll speak from the I. I believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existing cause. This one manifests itself in heaven is within me, and that I experience this kingdom to the degree that I become conscious of it. I believe in the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. I believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. I believe that God is personal to all who feel his indwelling presence. I believe in the direct revelation of truth through my intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. I believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that mind is surrounded by this creative mind, which receives the direct impress of my thoughts and acts upon it. I believe in the healing of the sick through the power of this mind. I believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. I believe in my own soul, my own spirit, and my own destiny, for I understand that the life I live is God, and so it is.
Thank you, Paris. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Reverend Celeste Frazier. I am the spiritual leader of the East Bay Church of Religious Science. And it is my joy to welcome you here today. So, if this is your first time at East Bay, I ask that you please stand so that we may confer a blessing upon you. And the congregation raises our hands in your direction. And we say, welcome to East Bay.
Welcome to East Bay.
We know who you are.
We know who you are.
You are a unique, individualized expression of God.
You are a unique, individualized expression of God.
You are a unique way that love is revealing itself.
You are a unique way that love is revealing itself.
You are an individualization of beauty.
You are an individualization of beauty.
You are intelligence expressed.
You are intelligence expressed.
We thank God for you.
We thank God for you.
Welcome to East Bay Church of Religious Science. Please take your seats of honor and our love. Let's take this opportunity to reach out and touch one another. Greet your neighbor, say hello. I haven't seen you for a while. If you need to get up, do that. this world a better place. Yes, we can. Somebody's hand make this world a better place. Hey, ain't no if people.
I was attempting to let y'all get it all out. Because I want you to know, I've been here for 25 years, and so one thing that I'm absolutely clear on is that the community of East Bay is rowdy. So it's like when you say to them, go ahead and say hi to your neighbor. They do more than that. Oh, girl. So I wanted to make sure that everyone knows that there is a prayer box in the back. Anything that you have on your mind or on your heart goes into that box. And once it's released, it's gone. There are also practitioners around here wearing these purple things. You can identify them by that. And if you want prayer, they will be glad to give it to you. Because prayer is just like perfume and cologne. You can't spray some on somebody without getting some on yourself. So believe me, we love to pray. There is no question about it. You said you want some prayer? There is no such thing as too much prayer. Now, I need somebody up here to do announcements. Oh, Precious. Welcome, Precious.
Good morning, East Bay.
Good morning.
All right, bringing some technology up. You have to make sure it's working for me. All right, so of course, it is always a joy and a pleasure to come together in community and get to see all of you from this vantage point. So thank you all so much for making June already a beautiful, beautiful month. All right. So as you all know, we have a lot going on. We have some energy that is through the roof. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you take a moment to review your bulletins. I'm going to highlight just a few things. It's very important. We all have our phone calendars, our written calendars, our little day planners. Mark your calendars up so you don't miss anything.
Yes.
All right. So we have one first-time visitor today. So lovely having you. Want you to know that you are, after today's service, you are welcome to visit our tape ministry to get a free DVD or CD of today's service. It's a wonderful way to take this energy and spirit with you throughout your week. And, you know, you are now part of our family. So families near you, whether you want them there or not. So please take it. Sorry. That was a little too much authenticity, but so please, we encourage you to take advantage of that. The tape ministry is lovely, and they will make sure that you have what you need. In addition, I've heard a lot of people asking, because we're so excited that we are live streaming now, but a lot of you aren't sure of exactly where to go to see or where to tell your friends to go. It's super simple. Everyone is on Facebook, and we stream live to our Facebook page. So for your friends, for your family members who couldn't join us, for people that you want to share this energy with, just direct them to facebook.com/East Bay Church of Religious Science, and you can see us there. In addition, we do post to the website, but that takes a few more days. But the live experience is what's on Facebook right now. All right, so we are practitioners of sacred seva. Seva is a Sanskrit word which means selfless service, work performed without any thought of reward or repayment. It's a part of our spiritual practice, our spiritual growth, and of course it contributes to the improvement of our community. And so what we are doing now is featuring and highlighting various ministries each and every month here at East Bay. Today, for the month of June, I should say, we'll be recognizing and celebrating our Connection Service Champions. So if I could please have Mamacita Sharon Porter and Jeff Sanders join me here at the stage. They're going to share just a few words about our ushers and greeters and our vendor village. I should have given them more time to start walking, sorry.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you. You know what I'm here for, because I'm always here asking for something. And some of you have been coming here since 1902, and you still don't get up. So I'm going to kind of talk directly to some people. You know who you are.
Amen.
Have you ever given something to somebody with no attachments? How did that feel? Feel very good. That's good for your soul. You're right about that. That's what I'm here for. We have so many people who just don't want to do anything, and I don't want to call you out. But what I want you to do is to think about what is the smallest thing or the largest thing that you could do to make your day and someone else's day. Just think about it. You don't have to tell me now, because I'm gonna find you anyway. But what I'm asking for, I'm here every Sunday because I love this place and I love y'all. But I want some loving back, so sometimes when I get ready to go on vacation, I don't have to feel guilty because y'all won't be taking care of business. But see, I know you do. I'm just letting you know, I know you do. But just think about it. And when the moment is right, you'll know it. And I expect you to come tell me, this is my Sunday, how may I serve you?
Yes, amen.
Remember that. How may I serve you? Ushers, greeters, because I find all kinds of jobs. Ushers and greeters is what I'm really here for today. Thank you very much for that.
I'm speaking to you this morning. Good morning, East Bay.
Good morning.
I'm speaking to you this morning about the Vendor Village. The Vendor Village has not been in operation for several months, maybe a couple of years now. But many of you remember the parking lot that was filled with vendors who were selling many, many beautiful things that many of us are wearing today. We attracted some of Oakland's premier craft artists. So, quite frankly, I didn't know I was going to be making this announcement, and I don't know anything about the future plans for the Vendor Village. Okay. What I do know about is the Temescal Street Fair, so I think we got our titles mixed up. Next Sunday, the 10th of June, the annual Temescal Street Fair is taking place. That's something that we participated in consistently now for about 10 years. We invite you all to come out, to be a presence, to lend a hand, to help greet people, show people what it looks like to be part of a group of people who are helping to transform our planet in so many positive ways. Next Sunday, after service, please come out, support, participate, and have fun at the Temescal Street Fair. Amen. The children will be offering popcorn and crafts, and we'll have other interesting things for you to observe and participate. Amen. Thank you.
That is why it is so important to be in the flow at all times. All times. All right, just a few more announcements, everyone. So this Wednesday, it's time for each of us to experience a little midweek inspiration. Our speaker will be, for Wednesday night service, will be Al Gibson. Is Al here today? Okay. Al's in the back. Yeah. Al, as you all know, is a devout and dedicated practitioner here, and he will be speaking on Wednesday, June 6th, on how does God know what I am doing? So if you need that pick-me-up or just want to continue to charge through and get some extra wisdom and knowledge for the week, join us for Wednesday night service. Meditation begins at 6:15 and the service starts at 6:30. And just a little aside, the new mics are intense, so it's interesting up here right now. Okay. So Jeff, of course, already spoke about the street fair, so you have all of the details for that, as well as the material that's printed in your bulletin. In addition, on Monday, June 11th, our health and wellness ministry will be meeting here at the church. Is Kawaza here today? Okay, no worries. Kawaza Amara is the leader of that ministry and also another one of our dedicated longtime practitioners. Please join him and that committee for their meeting, which will take place on Monday, June 11th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Kawaza directly. His number should be printed in the bulletin. All right, it is time for our summer series of classes and workshops. Our theme, yes, we should applaud that. Our theme for the summer of 2018 is Visioning, Revealing, and Transformation. You can find the list of 2018 summer classes and workshops in the front of the church or on our website, ebcrs.org. You can also register and pay for classes online or at the kiosk in the fellowship area immediately after service. And one last thing for upcoming this week, just a quick plug, please don't forget that Tuesday, of course, is a huge day across the country. It's primary day, so if you haven't already sent your ballots in, please make sure you take the time to vote. End of plug. Okay, finally, we have a lot going on today. Our community potluck is taking place immediately after service. We hope you all are ready to throw down and show off your cooking talent and impress our palates because it's time for the monthly potluck. If you brought any items, please make sure you've dropped them off at the kitchen and make plans to enjoy some great food and get to know your East Bay family. For those of you who are looking for other ways to give back, there is Gracious Giving. You can text your tithes and offering from your seat right now by simply sending a text message to 50155 and type the message East Bay and follow the prompts that will come up. In addition, we have the kiosk available for tithing and offerings, as well as our traditional Gracious Giving portion of today's program. Finally, there is a suggestion box that is available at the back of the sanctuary. Please use this to share your ideas, your recommendations, your inspirations, and your areas of improvement for the church. If you have any other forms or materials, please give those to ushers or put them in other hands. That we want that box to really be focused on suggestions and making East Bay an even better community than it already is. And finally, I would be remiss, today is game 2. So y'all know what that means. You can still enjoy the potluck because the game doesn't start till 5. So plenty of time to do everything. Go Warriors. Thank you, guys.
So today we have the women's ensemble that's bringing our musical inspiration. Please, Miss Hairston.
Amen. Hallelujah. Not just the women ensemble. Who are we? All the praying women. Can I invite all the praying women in the East Bay Church to stand to your feet and speak your word, raise the vibration, and generate the energy? Lift your voice, because we are praying women. Praying all the time. Evoking what? Joy, joy, joy divine. Hallelujah. Oh yes, we are praying women, praying all the time, because we're praying women, evoking joy. Ooh. We are praying women, praying all the time, praying, evoking joy. Ooh. Speak your word. Declare the goodness of God in your life. Oh yes, evoking joy. Ooh. We are praying women. Praying all the time. Praying. Evoking joy. Ooh. We are praying women. Come on, praying women. Hallelujah. Glory to God on this precious day. Let's take a deep breath. And let the love. How about we let the love? We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the Lord wash over us. We let it be. Will you let it? Will you let the love wash over you? Well, let's take it in our bodies and let it. We let it be. Are you willing to let it? Okay, well, this is no show. This is a community. Come on, y'all. Come on. We let the love wash over you. Come on, put it in your body. We let it be. Will you let it? Come on. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Peace. Will you let the peace? We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. How about the love? Will you let it wash over you? So all together. We let love together. Wash over us. We let it be. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, choir. Yes, we thirst for you. And so the you that we thirst for is God. The you that we thirst for, that we search for, is God. And the young people say, don't be thirsty. And what they mean by that usually is when you like somebody and you be like all over them and you're like, don't be thirsty.
Amen.
Don't be desperate is what they're saying. But how often are we desperate? How often are we assuming, and you know what happens when you assume?
Amen.
That don't work with God, but when you assume that God is not available, you get thirsty. You get desperate. You think that, oh my God, I got to do something. I got to make something happen. In a dry and barren land, that's what happens with Roseanne Barr. She can blame it on Ambien if she wants to. But when you're in a dry and barren land, you say stupid things. When you're not connected with the I of the I am that is God, then you're thirsty.
Yes.
To say that we're longing for your hand is truly, we need guidance. We need guidance to bring us back to who we are. We don't have to go far. All we have to do is turn within. Guide us to a place where you can cleanse us with your rain. You know, water in metaphysics represents pure potentiality. So we've dirtied our minds with thoughts of separation, and we need to be purified. We need to let God reveal to us our pure potentiality. So, as Centers for Spiritual Living says, that spiritual wisdom and how it works is the thing. How I am translating that to is when Daddy gets home. I know some of you are probably old enough to remember what that meant when June Cleaver said, wait till your father gets home.
Amen.
That usually means you're in trouble. But my topic today is, I am not in trouble. So, if you need to answer that call, if you think you're not going to be in trouble, if you don't, then go out the room.
Amen.
Understand that Daddy is always home.
Amen.
I believe the affirmation that Paris had was, I'm never alone, bringing us in and out of meditation.
Yes.
Because Daddy is always at home, but are you? Are you home with Daddy? We're, of course, honoring the male energy this month with Father's Day approaching, and we're acknowledging that male energy that is planting a seed in our consciousness. We're acknowledging that male energy that starts the process, that aggressive process, is not necessarily trying to pick a fight. That male energy is inviting us into becoming more of who we are. Planting a seed in our consciousness is informing us that there is something that needs to be birthed. Hildegard of Bingen is a mystic from the Middle Ages, and she said this: I, God, am in your midst. Whoever knows me can never fall. not in the heights, nor the depths, nor the breadths, for I am love, which the vast expanses of evil can never still. See, evil can never still love. Evil can never even approach love because evil, again, like I said last week, is dyslexic. It doesn't understand that live and love are the same.
Yes.
So when you know God, you can't fall. When you know God, it doesn't matter how high you may be. It doesn't matter what mountain you may be atop of. It doesn't matter what oceans you may be in the bottom of. It doesn't matter what river you may be in the midst of. What's happening is that love is right there. So I want you to know that sometimes when it feels like you're in trouble, it's just a thought. And all thoughts are not to be believed.
Amen. Amen.
Sometimes that crazy thinking comes in. Did you know that that's the real meaning of Satan? Crazy thinking? It doesn't have a pitchfork.
Amen.
It doesn't have horns. It's not always red. Okay, it's just crazy.
Amen.
When Ernest Holmes was sharing with us the teachings of Jesus, he referenced this John chapter 14, first verse. Let not your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. See, his disciples were depressed because they knew that there were people who were looking for Jesus and they were not trying to celebrate him or listen to his teachings. They were looking for him because who does he think he is? Acting like he got some authority to speak for God. We got to put him in check. You know, he don't get to do that. We are the prescribed people that run the religion around here. So he can't be coming up in here overshadowing us, upstaging us. We got to protect our relationship with the Roman government, and he's coming all up in here making people think they got power. We got to get rid of him. So that's the gossip. That's the word that's going on around. People don't know what to do with you when you stand in your power. You know that? People don't know what to do with you when you know something and you are not shaken by the events of the world. What's up with you? What's wrong with you? Because they're scared because they don't have it. And they're scared because they want it and you got it. And so sometimes people try to pull you down when you are standing in the truth of who you are. Sometimes you start to pull other people down because you forget who you are. And so when that happens, you're definitely in separation and you're definitely out of alignment with Daddy. You know, you're not at home with Daddy. You stuck out the house, walk down the street, got busy doing something, ain't thinking about Daddy at all. Okay? So Jesus said to them, let not your heart be troubled. See, even when he knew that they were coming for him, he was letting them know, I don't need that kind of consciousness around me right now. I'm trying to hold my own, okay? So even though he wasn't afraid, and even though he knew he was an immortal being, he could recognize that other people were concerned about their mortality. They knew that to be associated with him meant that there may be trouble for them. What kind of people are you associated with? And does that mean trouble for you? See, our hearts can be troubled about many things, and the thing about that is that you then start to think that you can protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody had their heart broken? Don't be shy. Okay? But it didn't break you.
Amen.
But here's the challenge that comes with that. You start to put up a wall around your heart. Ain't nobody gonna hurt me. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel like that again. I did not like how that felt. I don't want to go there. And here's how powerful you are. Your mind, with all of this defensiveness, starts to build a wall around your arteries in your heart. If you haven't read The Science of Mind lately, hello, heart trouble comes when you are deflecting love, when you won't let love come in.
Amen.
See, you are so powerful because you're made out of the substance of God. And you can't produce, manifest anything unless it first starts with a thought. So if your thought is about defensiveness, then that is the thought that is going to harden your arteries. Hello.
Amen.
So what I'm trying to say to you is that defenselessness is where your safety lies. That's what A Course in Miracles says. If you feel threatened by this world, if you feel threatened by the twists of fortune and all of these brief relationships and all of the stuff that the world is giving you, then it merely means that you have decided that the world is where your safety is. The world is not where your safety is. The world is rooted in attacks. And what it has to offer are deceptions. And the attacks that you feel coming toward you do not really come from the world.
Amen.
They come from your own thoughts. And so when you're so caught up in what's happening out there, when you're so caught up in what's in the news, and when you're so caught up with what somebody is saying about you, somebody calling you an ape, all of these things going on, people breaking their commitments and not showing up in ways that a leader should. And you start to think, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? That thought means that you're not at home with me.
Amen.
That question, am I in trouble, comes so frequently and so toward the forefront of your mind that what is happening is you become defensive. And so this threat brings anger. How many people find themselves being angry lately?
Amen.
And when you feel angry, you feel justified in attacking back or defending yourself. Now think about what that does to your body. So you like this, right? So homeostasis flows like this. Homeostasis is the perfect operation of your physical body. All of your systems, your nervous system, your circulation system, everything is in a flow. But when you're like this, then you offset everything in your body so that you become at dis-ease. So you co-create that dis-ease by your defensiveness. How do you need to be defended when God's got your back? I'm just asking. So if you think you've been honestly provoked because, well, if they hadn't done that, then you're giving your power to those other people rather than paying attention to the power that's within you. Just like the disciples were giving their power to the Pharisees instead of realizing the power that's within them that Jesus the Christ had been talking about all along. So defensiveness is a double threat, the Course says, because it attests to your weakness. So if you think you need to be defensive, that means you're weak. Oh, I know you thought it meant you were strong. But you were mistaken. Because you cannot set up defense that will work.
Yes.
To say that someone else is your enemy is an illusion. The thought that someone is an enemy is an illusion. So if you are then being in your self-defense mode, then you are breaking down all the power of your body at the same time. So when your blood pressure is high, because you're all worked up,
Amen.
what are you doing to yourself? So to say, I'm not in trouble, is to say, oh, I know whose life I am living.
Yes.
Is to say, I know the life of God is my safety. Is to say, I know that I am surrounded by love. Not only does love wash over me, that love is invited to wash in me.
Yes.
To wash away those thoughts that make me think that I need to be on guard. To wash away those thoughts
Amen.
that make me think I'm being attacked.
Amen.
To wash away those thoughts that make me think that, oh, my ego needs to help me through this situation.
Amen. Amen.
You become a slave to your ego, and you don't even know it. You don't understand that you have stopped making your life sacred, and you have bought into this concept of sacrifice. Well, I can't because I got to do this for my mom.
Yes.
Oh, well, I can't because I got to do this for my children. Well, I can't because, this, that, or the other, whatever it is that you want to make somebody else your excuse. And you end up being a sacrificial lamb.
Yes.
You end up being the one who's about to be burning up because you haven't made your life sacred enough to honor it. Because you've given someone else your power, then you are denying your Christhood. And your Christhood is that place in you that knows that you are one with God. I didn't say your name was Jesus. I'm talking about your Christhood. This is not about a particular person. It's about your oneness with God. And so when you know that it is a function for you to help each other choose by being an example, then what do you want to model for your brothers and sisters? What do you want to do in terms of, we're good at this, well, you know what you should do. Well, you know what the Bible said. What are you showing them about the nature of God? What are you showing them that enables them to see not only can you quote the scripture, but that you can walk in the truth? See, because it's really this. Because people talk about salvation. They talk about, the by and by when they die. But what about living right now? And knowing that there really is no death. We talked about that in foundation class earlier this week. See, but when you're so focused on the end, how are you going to be present in the now when all is well? Right now is all well? Yes. I'm not talking about what happened yesterday and what might happen tomorrow. It's right now, all well. See, being in the present moment is how we are able to be in forgiveness because we're not focused on anything but our good. And unforgiveness will keep you knotted up. You start having kidney problems. You find yourself spending more time in dialysis than you are hanging with your friends. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm just saying saying that you can turn that around by allowing your thoughts to be on being at home with Daddy. Being at home with Daddy, I have fond memories of being at home with Daddy. It's just like, I'm good. I got love here, I got protection here, I got, it helped that he was a Chicago police officer, but well, nobody thought that's what it means. But so, once you get in the practice of thinking about Daddy as being there for you, about thinking about Daddy as being that place where you can just sit up under and be with and know that all is well, when you can be in that threshold of, oh, it may look like something's about to go down, but I know Daddy's got me. If you can be in that, oh, I am that I am, then you can be in the Christhood. You're in the oneness when you know that the I am that Moses asked about was the I am that he is, and the I am that God is, and the I am that we all are. Because we can use our power for good. We can use our power for our gain. And as Bob says, it makes no difference how deeply seated they be in trouble.
Yeah.
How hopeless the outlook. How muddled the tangle, how great the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
A sufficient realization of love will dissolve it all.
Yes, yes.
So I want you to let yourself off the hook. I want you to say, you know what? It seems like I'm in some deep stuff right now. And I'm presuming, based on not my arrogance, but on what I could see in people and what they said afterwards, that once I reminded them of who they were, that the water that they were wading in wasn't so deep. Once they remember that it may appear to look hopeless, but God is in the miracle business.
Amen.
And I co-create my miracles by allowing God to be the master of my life.
Yes.
So how this looks complicated. These people are hustling with each other and walking out on each other, and this looks muddled and this looks tangled. But wait a minute. When we sit down and see each other for who we are, we start seeing the God in each other. We start seeing the pure essence and the creativity and the offerings and the humbleness and the availability that we each have to one another.
Amen.
And all of those knots get
Yes.
and we're able to stand together in a circle of prayer. And we're able to know that, you know what? Even if we try to block our blood vessels, because blood represents joy, and we were strangling our own joy when we were trying to protect ourselves. Even though we convinced ourselves wholeheartedly, literally, to try to stop ourselves from being hurt, even though we thought we were doing something for our benefit, and we were doing something that was really making ourselves our own enemy. Even that is happening when the bigots say what they want to say about you, when the homophobes say what they want to say about you, when the racists say what they're going to say about you, when the sexists say what they're going to say about you, when they grab you without permission. I'm just saying, God is still present. You can know that somebody might have been coming for you, and they might all of a sudden see a pack of angels around you and think that you're part of a gang. And then you start wondering why they start running in the other direction. It's because they knew that you were outpowering them and that what you had in you was greater than they could handle. So they get to be aware of the presence of God in you.
Yes.
Oh, let's take a moment and close our eyes. And let Jackie take us somewhere.
That is always surrounding us, supporting us. I speak my word and declare that every prayer request that's in this box, every prayer request that's on our hearts, is the divine speaking to us and through us.
Yes.
And I accept and know that our desires for health and prosperity, our desires for positive, strong, loving relationships in our families, in school and in work, that all of the desires related to any aspect of the body of our affairs,
yes, yes,
that is there with us, bringing forth everything that is needed to bring forth the manifestation of these desires, because they simply aren't the God's desires for us.
yes.
And so I'm accepting that Spirit and God is a yes and amen spirit. And so these desires are manifested by the creativity of the universe, coming together together coming to fruition for our greatest and highest good.
Yes.
And so the answer is yes. And we are lifted, we are moved in the most powerful ways, and everything is manifesting according to God's perfect plan for our lives. The answer is yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
So it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, Evelyn. And so we're going to now move into our gracious giving time. We're going to invite all of our live streamers to join us in our gracious giving time. We're going to go to our phones and start texting our tithes. We're going to go to the East Bay website and hit that donate button, ebcrs.org. You just look anywhere on that website. By the time you look around, you'll see something that says, donate today. I just hit the button. Oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to make a donation? Or are you going to make a tithe? Because a tithe is giving where you are spiritually fed. Have you been fed today? Yes. So you're going to put in your amount just to kind of try to quantify what it is that you received today, knowing that there's no price on God's love. Let's pray. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. Oh, it gives me such joy to know the grace of God. And in gratitude, I give, and in gratitude, I receive the joy of giving. And so it is. Amen.
Remember the joy of the Lord. so good about something you just had to share. God's love inside of me. No other feeling can ever compare.